Alright, I know what you all are thinking. Oh god, here this guy goes again. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, blah blah blah. This guy's insane all the time. What's he doing? I know. I'm aware, okay? And look, despite I'm aware that I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist when it comes to this unit, but the signs they just keep piling up. It's getting annoying, to be honest with you. They keep leaving question marks, right? Like, there's so many instances where I'm just like, oh my god, why? Why didn't you just come out with them here, right? Second anniversary, for example. Like, are you kidding me? You're having a GT versus Dragon Ball Super, and the idea is to make it debatable. Who wins, GT or Super? Think of it. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta representing the GT banner. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito representing the Super banner. That would have been an amazing anniversary. We wouldn't even needed an anniversary part 2, to be honest with you. And if there was to be a part 2, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should have been that part 2. He should have been. I think it made sense. I think we all expected it. If it was a GT versus Super banner, we expected something like that. But the fact is, we didn't get it. And why? Why did that not happen? That's because they realized Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can be used for his own separate event, his own separate summon. It's just another separate way to package and market units. And that's why they did that. And it makes sense. So that's the number one reason why I knew he was coming around that anniversary. They probably have the model and everything ready. What's the other reasons? Well, there's signs. There's signs that this game keeps giving out that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is on the horizon. What are those signs? Well, let's have a look. All right, so here is a list of all the banners that came out within the past year. I'm going to be honest with you. I already scrolled down all this. The reason I did that is because I just, out of curiosity, wanted to count how many times a Super Saiyan 4 was featured on a banner. I even counted the Happy Weekend because why the fuck not? I mean, like, honestly, you have a 50-50 shot of getting a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku every single week with 2 times of a shot to get it. So, if you're considering the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku over here, over just in general featuring on the banner, it's 10 banners. It's 10 banners. Oh, over 10 banners, I'm sorry. So more. I think it was like 15 or so. And this is including 2 separate step-up summon banners. So these 2 were on a step-up summon. And this Goku was on a step-up summon, right? He's also on a guaranteed multi-summon banner. So my point here is that they definitely intend for you to have a Super Saiyan 4, right? That's number 1. Number 2, it's mainly just the thought process on the meta. The thought process on the meta for me is for GT in terms of teams, the activeness of GT teams in the meta, there isn't any, right? There's no GT teams you'll see anywhere in the meta unless you find an AI, which I think they've updated the AI, so the fucking AI doesn't even run Super Saiyan 4s anymore. So that's number 2. It's the fact that GT teams are just, they suck. They're not there anymore. I don't want to say suck, but they do. When you're comparing them to everything else, they just don't hold a candle. And even if you're a really, really good player, you're still going to be dealing with frustrations in terms of damage output. They don't even have a Zenkai, you know? Super Master Pack number 1, GT pickup. It's only number 1, so it'll probably be more. But for starters, we're getting a banner featuring nothing but GT characters and a guaranteed sparking rate to get one of them. How and why they think people give a shit about this is beyond me. These Super Saiyan 4s, you only have full power Goku on here. You have these original Super Saiyan 4s. They're still good, don't get me wrong, but like, we're talking 1,000 crystals here. I get that they were generous with the last update, but a lot of these units are outdated for the most part. You haven't really seen him. He's okay. He's nothing special. You haven't seen these guys. I mean, 17 has some relevance, I guess, because of the Android team, but still, you rarely see this Goku anymore, period. Sin Shenron is pretty much non-existent, even though he's one of the stickouts on the GT team. And Baby Vegeta, you know, I still use him. I still use Baby Vegeta, but you will only see him on region, and sometimes you won't see him. You know, you'll see the Boo tanks. So, mainly, they came out with a guaranteed overall GT banner. Why is that? It was super random, and I heavily thought, since this happened right before UI Goku and Jiren banner, I heavily thought that they might have been possibly swerving us. Like, there was a potential swerve based off of this banner's release, because they know we know UI Goku comes out, right? They know we know Jiren comes out. Why would they come out with this prior? It's because if they plan to swerve us and they come out with, let's say, I don't know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, then this banner would not only make sense, it would entice people to go to this banner. No one's enticed to go to this shit right now, unless since by the 3rd of January, something big happens. What possibly can happen that's so big that it's going to entice me to go to this fucking banner? Well, obviously, my personal picks, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which I've been bitching about for a while now, Nova Shenron, which I would love to see, and, you know what, if that's the case and Nova Shenron does come out, maybe, just maybe, they'll bring a new team such as the Shadow Dragons, right? Shadow Dragons is GT. So, if these units are you know, not viable in meta anymore, which debate, you know, for the most part, yeah, with the exception of a few, then it's very, very possible we're going to get the Shadow Dragons to come here. And maybe Nova Shenron, maybe just 1 or 2 Shadow Dragons to get our feet wet with a possible team now with the other 3 Omega Shenrons and Sin Shenrons. It's very, very possible we're going to get a Shadow Dragon. If anything, we're going to get Shadow Dragon. We don't necessarily have to get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but that would be nice. And if it's a big banner for Christmas, we should get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta plus Shadow Dragons. Shadow Dragons such as Nova, Ice, and, you know, maybe the Mole one, maybe, who the hell knows, the Slug one. There'll be a bunch of them. And that's, maybe some of them as an extreme unit, who knows. But the bottom line is, it's just, look, this is a big deal. This is good all the way till the 3rd. 2021, this banner expires. It's so far away for the most part. About a whole month it's going to be around. Christmas is right before this. And I'm telling you, what a way to kick off the new year and to come out with some Shadow Dragons. So, and not even just Shadow Dragons. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will have to be a part of that. I mean, if they come out with a Shadow Dragon banner, it might be possibly before Christmas. And in which case, then Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 is still on the table here. We'll likely get a Shonen leak about this anyway. But the next banner coming out, if it's not Shadow Dragons, trust me, I'm pretty sure it's a bait. I'm pretty sure it's a ginormous bait. So don't be fooled. They just came out with an LF, so the possibility of them coming out with another LF is pretty slim to none. But if they do, that's going to be a tough one. And it depends on what LF it is. But they will possibly try to bait you to take your crystals and soak them all up prior to the release of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and possibly Nova Shenron, which is one of my favorite GT characters. It's Nova, Ice, and Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. Those are my top 3 GT picks. My main pick, I would want Ice. I kind of love Ice, I'm not going to lie. He's the most, like, blunt asshole of the series. So, I would love a Sparking Ice. But we're not going to get a Sparking Ice. Well, we might. You know, who knows? I'm down with, like, an Ice Shenron. I'm totally down. But yeah, that's my take on this. The GT category needs dire help. Dire. Like, serious. Like an intervention type of serious, all right? Sin Shenron is great. Don't get me wrong. His stats are still good. They speak for themselves. His abilities are whatever. Screen card, everything is, like, fine, you know? But well, it's not fine. I'm not gonna lie. It's just nothing special. He's a tank, though. He's still a tank. How he fares in the meta today, though, I'm not too sure. I might have to run GT to test to see how he fares against today's units. Today's Jirins and UI Gokus and so on and so forth. Vegeta Blue. Highly doubt it. But look at this team. This is pathetic. This is honestly pathetic. Up to here, it's just pathetic. Stops, like, around here. Here forward is, like, just still not good enough. This Omega Shenron's great. Yellow Sin is the only unique one, sort of. Baby Vegeta's still good. I mean, and then this Goku. You know, these are the free-to-play... This is what free-to-play clings to. They cling to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku because of Saiyans. And that's only Saiyans, not GT itself. We need GT-based units that will help us for GT. If they don't plan to give us units that benefit solely GT units, then they gotta go to the next step, which would be Shadow Dragons. And they have to make Shadow Dragons busted, so this way it brings the light out of the prior shitwreck that they call units here. So I believe that it's either going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that's going to completely bufferize all of GT, or we're going to get Shadow Dragons, which will be the next thing the GT clings to, because they are all going to be GT category. It'll be a GT category / Shadow Dragons. You'll have support for both categories. And that's my take on that. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is definitely coming. He's definitely here. Just, he's not here yet, but he's coming. I'm fully convinced he's coming by December. If not December, January at max. They need a big time banner for that, and unless they plan to completely fuck us with a shitty anniversary like they did with PyCon, then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's on the horizon. This banner they came out with just makes absolute zero sense to me. And that's where I'm going based off of that. It's based off of a bunch of signs. The meta, this banner, and just in general, the amount of time Super Saiyan 4 has been popping up. Super Saiyan 4 is a very favorite type character, and you'll only see full power Goku. So, unless they come out with a brand new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, it's going to be difficult. But if they do come out with a brand new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, brace yourself and mark my ass, because Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 will happen right after. I'm fairly convinced. If we get one more GT unit, I'm fairly convinced that Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 is coming, based off of just the logic of how this game works, how they come out with a unit and then suddenly it makes sense. They did that same shit with the Rival Universe team, and look, it's like the best team out there right now. So, anyways, like if you liked, leave a fuck you in comments if you didn't, and I'd rather that than a dislike, and I'll catch you guys later.